All right, 3 minutes to go. Want to make sure you guys know about some more upcoming events before we get this one started. Uinta Roller Derby season opener Mardi Gras bout February 10th. Doors open at 5:30. First whistle is at 6. Follow Uinta Madness on the social media for ticket sales. And you can join Wasatch Roller Derby at the Great Salt Quake next weekend, February 3rd and 4th, for a fun derby-filled weekend. All right. Welcome to the Derby Depot. Are you guys all ready for some roller derby? All right, well, we have a treat for you today. I'm going to start it off by introducing you to our blue team. All right, starting it off, number 1472, Paralyzer. Number 22 is Off the Rails. 2319, Brouhaha. Number 310 is Malibu Harpy. Number 338 is Thorn to be Wild. Number 36, Carl of Cthulhu. Number 444, Heartbreaker. Number 47, Ash Kicker. $5.06. Make sure you use it in all your sentences. Knoxford, comma. Number 711, Kells. Number 77, Storm. And if it's number 80, we're stuck in an infinite loop. Dial 801 for Orange Crusher. Number 89, Apollo. Number 92, Katzenjammer. Number 93, Devil's Ivy. 949, Ruth Slayer Ginsburg. And number 983, Eve Seiko. Their bench coaches, Reverend Painter and Fishhook. Give a big round of applause for our bombastic blue team. All right, are there any fans of the white team in the house? We're going to start it off with 007 Doppelganger. Number 0424 Turbo. Number 10 Kilmore. 1039 Lavender Menace. Number 106 Annie Chokley. Number 223, skating for her very first time ever, Valkyrie Vixen. Number 23, Orange Crush. 252, Bam Bam. 254, Ultra Violent. Number 314, Bip. Number 46, Huck. Number 47, Bridget. 569, Smacks. And 626, Witch Slapped. Number 8, Taco Delamar. 999, Glow Job. Number 50, Slam I Am. And number 76, ooh, Barracuda. Bench coached by Kimma and Bruiser Burke. Give a big round of applause for our white team.
Just as a heads up, Doc.
You'll do it? Okay, got it. And we couldn't do roller derby without all of our amazing officials. We have Sushi, Prince Albert, Vonnie, Gypsy, Flyboy, Jammy Dodger, Pancake, Skelly, Razmataz, Garden, Bionic Envy, Stingray, Backlash, Hyperloop, Microdose, Kiss Off, Wham Dolph, Moof, and Eris. Here we go. Starting off the first jam, Captain Jammer in blue picks up lead jammer status. Huck jamming in white right there with them. Huck able to get in front of Katzenjammer, so Katzenjammer calls it off. No points scored on the first jam. Jam 2, Apollo going up against Orange Crush. Orange Crush through first and is lead jammer. And we've got our first point up on the board. White team drawing first blood here in Jam 2. Devil's Ivy going up against Smacks. Smacks in white picks up lead jammer status. White team 2 for 3 of lead jammer status here. White team drawn first blood in that earlier jam, picked up their first point. See if they can get any more points up on the board. Great defense there from our blue team as they trap Smacks in the pack there, but Smacks fighting through the pack, going now shoulder to shoulder with Thorn to be Wild. And they do a good job bridging that pack to be able to hold Smacks as long as possible. It's like great defense there, but Smacks gets through. They have to let her get through before that pack is destroyed. 4 more points for the white team, 5 points so far. Smacks comes around turn 4 and calls it off with the white team at 5 points. There's still 26 minutes to go here to play in the first half. Valkyrie Vixen in white going up against Carl of Cthulhu in blue. Valkyrie Vixen through first, picks up lead jammer status. Carl of Cthulhu through the pack as well. Valkyrie Vixen with some amazing skating there, getting through for 4 points. Going to go around again. Carl of Cthulhu mixing it up there. But ultimately is through. 4 points for Carl of Cthulhu. White team in the blue team in a power jam situation. Both jammers at 4 points now. The white team going to focus on defense, trying to hold Carl of Cthulhu in the pack. As you can see them walling up there at turn 3. Carl of Cthulhu has the unenviable task of trying to get past Doppelganger, but able to do it. 4 more points for Carl of Cthulhu, a hard-earned 4 points. And because Valkyrie Vixen was lead jammer when assess the penalty. That means this jam's going to go the full 2 minutes. An exhausting jam for all skaters involved. 13-8 so far at just under 25 minutes to go in the first half. Valkyrie out from the penalty box on a mission, picking up 12 points so far this jam, but Carl of Cthulhu has 8 as well for the blue team. We'll see what the final points were on that jam. A high-scoring jam, 12 points for Carl of Cthulhu for the blue team, and 16 points for Valkyrie Vixen, brings the score to 12-21 with 24 minutes to go. And here we go. Katzenjammer going up against Huck. A photo finish there, but it looks like it is Katzenjammer who's through first, going to call off that jam. No points scored on that go-around. Some great track awareness there. Number 23, Orange Crush in white, going up against number 89 in blue, Apollo. As we are in Jam 5 now, it's still 12-21. Some tactics up there at the front. Apollo with the fancy footwork, skating backwards, getting through the pack. Lead jammer. Apollo takes a hit and gets back up, but a cut track penalty assessed, and with a star pass now from Orange Crusher to Bip, we're going to have another full 2-minute jam here, an opportunity for the white team to increase their lead. It's 12-21 white team in a power jam as Bip gets through. And bippity boppity boops, 4 more points on the board for the white team. Bip with 8 points so far this jam, making the most of that power jam, but takes a big hit from Thorn to Be Wild. Blue team going to try to slow Bip down. Great job by the blue team to minimize the damage that could be done in that power jam till Apollo could get back out. Apollo on the track, quickly through, picks up 4 points for the blue team. Bip gets through the third time for scoring points. 12 points so far for Bip. Apollo takes a hit, quickly gets back up as the white team loses a player to the penalty box. Wow, what an amazing jams we've had here. 15 points and a star pass for the white team, 8 points and a penalty for the blue team. Some great skating there for the blue team to get them to 8 points despite having to spend 30 seconds in the penalty box. Turbo now going up against Ivy. Wow, great skating there on one skate, keeping it in bounds. Gets through. Devil's Ivy is your lead jammer. And make sure you support Wasatch Roller Derby at their fundraiser February 10th at Chipotle, 4 to 8 p.m. in Sugar House. February 10th, 4 to 8 p.m., the Chipotle in Sugar House. Mark your calendars for that. Make sure you're following all Wasatch and all the roller derby leagues on all the social media. Then we've got Carl of Cthulhu going up against Smacks. Carl of Cthulhu getting through, becoming lead jammer for the blue team. With a star pass now on the white team, Slam I Am is the jammer. Carl Cthulhu is the lead and has picked up 8 points for the blue team, making it 32-36. Just a 4-point game with 18 minutes to go in the first half. Great skating there. Slam I Am putting on those afterburners and able to sneak in 1 point before the jam was called off. 8 points for Carl of Cthulhu, 1 point for Slam I Am and the white team. 32-37, 17 minutes to go. Huck jamming for the white team, going up against Paralyze Her for the blue team. Huck quickly establishes lead jammer status. And Huck picks up a quick 4 points for the white team. Paralyzer going up against Valkyrie Vixen as Huck gets on those toe stops and dances and leaps through the pack for another 4 points for the white team. Amazing skating there from Huck. Great track awareness and making the most of the defensive help, the offensive help from her team. A star pass now to Thorn to be Wild as Huck is through for 4 more points. 12 points so far on the jam if you're counting at home for Huck. Thorn to be Wild and Valkyrie Vixen going shoulder to shoulder, but some great skating there from Thorn to be Wild. Gets through the pack for 4 more points for the blue team, but a 20-point jam for Huck and the white team. Have to be happy with that as we have a timeout being called by the white team. Timeouts are a great time to go check out our raffle and concessions. You can go see Holly and Loka at the concessions, and Hannah Belecter and Thrill House for raffle tickets. There's also some merchandise available, and we want to thank our amazing sponsors, Beehive Skate Shop. They're Salt Lake City's inline, derby, and quad skate shop. Follow them at Beehive Skate Shop for updates on inventory and skating events in the Salt Lake Valley. The Pie Pizzeria, a Valley landmark since 1980, continues to reign atop the best pizza list because of the business philosophy that consistency, quality, equitable pricing, and great service are the keys to success. Thank you, sponsors. All right, we are back at it. Timeout is over. It is Katzenjammer against the Orange Crush. Katzenjammers through first, picks up lead jammer status for the blue team. Great skating there from the great teamwork from the blue team and skating from Katzenjammer. Another star pass now to number 47. Bridget gets the white team through. Katzenjammer's going to pick up 4 points and call it off 40-57. And we are officially halfway through the first half of the game. 40-57. White team on top. Turbo jamming going up against Ivy. Blue team has come out strong after that timeout. Lead jammer status again from Devil's Ivy. Wow, some great defense there from Bip. Gets a cut track penalty assessed on Devil's Ivy. Turbo now in a power jam for the white team. White team has really been effective during these power jams. Quite a bit of their points have come up, are the result of power jams. Currently a 17-point game. And the white team, now it is with a star pass, Bip jamming for the white team. Around the outside, just barely missing a big hit from the blue team. Great skating there from Bip and great defense slowing Bip down. Devil's Ivy almost through again, but takes a big hit from Taco and has to cycle through. Able to make it happen this time. Well earned. Some tough skating there from Devil's Ivy. 4 points up on the board now for the blue team. Star pass and 8 points on the board right now for the white team. Jam ends. Looks like it's going to be 5 points, 5 more points for the blue team, 12 more points for the white team, 45-69 with 12 minutes to go in the first half. Smacks now jamming up against Apollo. Smacks takes a big hit to the outside, but finds an opportunity on the inside of the track. Gets through, picks up lead jammer status for the white team. Paulo mixing it up in the pack with Doppelganger and Valkyrie. Vixen almost through, but has to cycle back there on the straightaway. Apollo finds the opportunity and gets through, but we have the jam called off by the white team after they put 3 more points up on the board. 45-72 11 minutes left on the clock as Huck and Carl of Cthulhu go to the jammer line. Man, what a start. Both jammers just had, there's amazing defense out there. Both jammers made some momentum, got stopped, almost through, but Huck came out on top, picks up lead jammer status for the white team, and is already through with 4 more points up on the board. From the sounds of the crowd, sounds like Huck is through the pack again for 4 more points. Carl of Cthulhu has put 4 more points up on the board for the blue team. Cut track penalty assessed on Huck, who was lead jammer. That means the jam is going to go the full 2 minutes. Right now in the jam, the white team had a 4-point advantage, 4-8. But now Carl of Cthulhu, in a case of jammer C, jammer do, Carl of Cthulhu goes to the penalty box, which puts Huck back out on the track now. Oh, and round the outside, narrowly avoiding going out of bounds there. 4 more points for Huck quickly. Less than 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Jam ends. We'll let any last-second points get put up there on the board. 5 points for the blue team gets them to 50, and a 15-point jam for the white team gets them all the way up to 87. We have Orange Crush now going up against Katzenjammer. Great track awareness there from Orange Crush. Hit out of bounds, but cycles back, stays safe, and avoids a penalty. And Katzenjammer gets through, picks up lead jammer status for the blue team. Orange Crush still mixing it up there with the blue team defense against Orange Crush her. A little battle of the namesake there. Now we've got off the rails, sending Orange Crush cycling back. Katzenjammers put up 4 points for the blue team. And a star pass now on the white team as Katzenjammers picked up 8 points total for the blue team, getting them to 58. Blue team trying to dial in some defense there. As Katzenjammer gets through and picks up 4 more points, a 12-point jam for the blue team. Big hit there coming around turn 4, and Katzenjammer's going to call it off. 16 points for the blue team. A big jam from Katzenjammer and the blue team, keeping them in this 66-87, 7 minutes to go, as Eve now on the jammer line for the blue team, going up against Bridget for the white team. Bridget mixing it up there with the Knoxford comma. That helps Bridget get through to pick up lead jammer status. The Packs figure out their defense and sword and shield and diamond formation up to try to slow those jammers down. Bridget gets through, picks up 4 points. They're at 91 points, 9 points away from that century mark. Oh, and a apex jump from Bridget gets the white team up to 95 points. Eve and Annie Chokley mix it up there at turn 1 as Bridget hippity hops through the inside. 99 points for the white team. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Bridget showing no, getting through one more time, blasting through that glass door of the century mark. 16-point jam for the white team, getting them up to 103. As Eve on the blue team gets 3 points, gets them up to 69. We are still at 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Devil's Ivy and Bam Bam now jamming. Bam Bam out of the back first, but a cut track penalty assessed, giving Devil's Ivy an opportunity here to cut into and Bam Bam back out on the track now. Wow, on the toe steps. Bam Bam, some amazing skating there. Staying on that inside line, getting through to start the scoring run. Ash Kicker with some big hits there on Bam Bam as Bam Bam mixes it up. Ash Kicker sent to the penalty box as Bam Bam just whittles down through the defense as they slowly each get a penalty assessed on them. We get to the top of the turn there as Devil's Ivy through on a scoring run. Bam Bam picking up 4 points, 4 hard-earned points for Bam Bam. 107 on the board now for the white team. Devil's Ivy going shoulder to shoulder with Witch Slapped and gets through for 4 points for Ivy. Bam Bam and Apollo mix it up there at turn 4. Bam Bam gets through for 4 more points as that time runs out on that jam. 3 minutes to go, 73-111. White team is on top. Carl of Cthulhu going up against Turbo. Carl of Cthulhu picks up lead jammer status again for the blue team. We're in the final minutes here of the first half. Turbo through as well. We'll see what Carl can do to pick up a cut into the lead the white team has made here in the first half.
Carl of Cthulhu around the outside. Gets through, picks up 4 points. Amazing skate there from Carl as there was some tough defense from the white team. Turbo into the pack and has to cycle way back as Orange Crusher takes them back. White team gets too spread out, and Carl of Cthulhu gets through for 4 more points. 8 points so far for the blue team, gets them up to 81 with just over 1 minute to go. Taking advantage of the great defense there. Carl gets through on the inside. 12 points this jam for Carl of Cthulhu. A star pass to Valkyrie Vixen as Carl of Cthulhu calls off the jam, and we have an official timeout. A great time to go buy some raffle tickets, some concessions, some merchandise. We also want to thank our sponsors, Beehive Skate Shop and the Pie Pizzeria.
39 seconds left on the clock when the timeout was called. 87 to 111.
All right, I'll spare you the legal mumbo jumbo, but the white team's pivot is going to serve 2 penalties for an illegal star pass. Katzenjammer makes the most of the reduced pack on the white team, gets through, picks up lead jammer status and 4 points, gets them to 91 points, and we may see both teams get to 100 points here in the first half. Remember, in roller derby, the jam time is the one that matters. Katzenjammer through again for a quick 8 points, 95 points up on the board for the blue team. Orange Crush jamming for the white team. Encountering some stiff resistance from the blue team as Katzenjammer yet again. Geez, there we go. 3 times, 12 points for the blue team. And as long as it takes me to say that, Katzenjammer's already through another time, 16 points. Blue team is in triple digits, 103. And we are living on a prayer here in jail time. Katzenjammer picking up 20 points, getting them to 107. It is just a 4-point game with 0 time on the clock. It is called off there. We'll let the last points show up on the board. Looks like it was 24 points for Katzenjammer, 2 points for the white team. 111 to 113 as we go into halftime. What an amazing first half we had. We have a 15-minute timeout. Great time to go get some concessions, some raffle tickets, some merch, and we'll have some other stuff happening here at halftime, so make sure you stick around, and we'll get the second half started in about 15 minutes.
Hi there. Can I have everyone's attention, please? Hey, everyone, listen up. We just wanted to make a quick announcement here. We appreciate everyone coming out to support Glitter, Glitz, Glitterz. She was known by many names, but to all of us, she was a friend and she was our teammate. In honor of her, we're going to be retiring her jersey and her number, 1117, permanently, and we're going to be putting this on the wall of our practice space here at the depot. We're going to put it back on the table so that people can continue writing notes and slipping them in there so that there will be a piece of you along with a piece of glitter here for the rest of time. Thank you for being here.
All right, round two. This is where we separate the wheat from the chaff. 111, 113. Carl of Cthulhu against Valkyrie Vixen. Valkyrie Vixen takes a big hit to the outside, is going to have to cycle back past Orange Crusher. Carl of Cthulhu with some tough defense from the blue team allows Valkyrie Vixen to pick up lead jammer status as the white team draws first blood here in the second half. Pack warfare out there as Carl of Cthulhu gets through the pack and Valkyrie Vixen picks up the first points of the second half. Valkyrie Vixen narrowly misses a big hit from off the rails, gets through. 8 points on the board now for the white team. Carl of Cthulhu getting tied up with the white team defense allows Valkyrie Vixen to get through 3 times. 12 points on the board for the white team. Carl picked up 4 points for the blue team. Smacks now jamming for the white team, going up against Apollo for the blue team. Bunch of big hits there, but Apollo comes through the chaos in control and lead jammer as the pack speeds up down turn 2. Apollo almost through, but a big hit there from Doppelganger makes them cycle through. Oh man, Apollo through, just narrowly avoiding that hit from Slam I Am, gets Apollo through for 4 points. A big hit there to the inside, but Apollo up and at them very quick, trying to get through the white team's defense. Wow, amazing skating from Apollo. 8 points on the board, just on those toe stops, staying in bounds and getting through to pick up the 8 points for Apollo. smacks out of the penalty box, picks up 4 points for the white team, 12 points total for the blue team, unless there's any last-minute points in here. Official timeout called with just under 26 minutes to go. As it stands at the beginning of the timeout, 128 to 125, just a 3-point game with 25 minutes to go. And if you want to see more roller derby action, check it. It's like the first time I've ever used a microphone. Let the good times roll at the Uinta Roller Derby season opener Mardi Gras bout on February 10th. Doors open at 5:30, first whistle at 6 p.m. Follow Uinta Madness Roller Derby on Facebook and Instagram for ticket sales. You can join Wasatch Junior Roller Derby at the Great Salt Quake next weekend, February 3rd and 4th, for a fun derby-filled weekend. Also, mark your calendars down. You can support Wasatch Roller Derby at their fundraiser February 10th at Chipotle, 4 to 8 p.m. in Sugar House. February 10th, 4 to 8 p.m., the Chipotle in Sugar House. Official timeout comes to a close. Cats and Jammer jamming for the blue team. Huck jamming for the white team. Huck picks up lead jammer status for the white team. After that jam, there had been a lead change. Blue team up on top by 3 points. With 25 minutes to go, this is going to be anybody's game. We'll see what the last points here are with a 4-point jam from the white team. White team back on top, but it is just a 1-point game. The Knoxford comma going up against Orange Crush. Going to try to see if the blue team can get back on top. The white team had amassed quite a lead early on in the first half, but the blue team just slowly and methodically chipped away at it until they had gotten back up on top. White team narrowly getting that lead back, but it is just a 1-point game here now as the Knoxford comma has to cycle back past Taco. Orange Crush sent to the penalty box is going to give Knoxford comma a power jam. And with it being just a 1-point game, this is a big opportunity for the blue team to get back on top and put a little distance on that score, which has been back and forth these last few jams. Knoxford comma tries to take the outside, but hit outside by Annie Chokley. But Malibu Harpy comes and then hits Annie Chokley outside. Power Jam has ended. Orange Crush back out on the track. Score is still 0-0. Another penalty called, but we have Knoxford comma through to start the scoring run for the blue team. A star pass now on the white team makes Valkyrie Vixen the lead jammer. Valkyrie Vixen picks up 4 points for the white team. As time runs out, we'll see what the last scores here. Right now, it's looking like 1 for the blue, 4 for the white team, 129, 133, but we'll see if there's any changes there. Official review called at 22:30 on the clock. Score with the timeout is 129 to 133. White team on top. What a crazy second half we've had. Blue team really falling into their groove and getting their style as they have came back from quite a large lead and had lead themselves, and now it is just a 4-point game. And we want to thank our sponsors. Beehive Skate Shop and the Pie Pizzeria. Also, some of the raffle items that are up for grabs. Make sure you're buying your raffle tickets for those. There's 2 Gundams, a Hellskate goodie bag, hat, shirt, book, stickers, etc., pins, and an art book. And we have essential oils and a doTERRA bag. So make sure you're buying those raffle tickets. Proceeds go to help Wasatch Derby and Glitterz. So make sure you are doing that. Raffle items. There's merch, concessions, lots of good stuff there. And mark your calendars for the Wasatch Roller Derby fundraiser, February 10th at the Chipotle in Sugar House, 4 to 8 p.m.
The blue team thought, the blue jammer thought they were the jammer. They never were awarded the jammer. So they tried to call it off. But they won't.
All right. Nothing changing on the scoreboard. The blue team did lose their official review. Everything is as it once was. 129, 133, 22 minutes on the clock. Brouhaha up against Bridget. Bridget picks up lead jammer status for the white team, and they are happy about that. Each jam is going to matter here in such a close game. Brouhaha standing up on those totes so long, and then the white team comes and just gives a nice nudge out of bounds. Bridget gets through, picks up 4 more points for the white team. Brouhaha knocked out of bounds at turn 1. As Bridget picks up 4 more points for the white team. Bridget is unstoppable 3 times through the pack here. 4 more points for Bridget and the white team. Brouhaha now through the pack, starting the scoring run for the blue team. As Bridget takes a big hit and slides almost the whole straightaway. Comes through, picks, and has picked up 4 more points for the white team. 16 points so far, but Brouhaha answering with 4 more points for the blue team. And right there, but as the whistle blew, 4 more points for the white team. 20-point jam makes it a 20-point game with 20 minutes on the clock. Smacks now going up against Cats and Jammer. It is a 20-point game here, but Cats and Jammer had been the jammer in the turnaround for the blue team late in the first half. See if Lightning can strike twice for the blue team. We are now less than 20 minutes to go here. Cats and Jammer is the lead jammer. Smacks still mixing it up with the blue team's defense. Cats and Jammer had to go shoulder to shoulder with the blue team, but gets through to start there to pick up 4 points for the blue team. Cats and Jammer picked up 5 points, bringing the score to 138. There's 1 point on the white team, getting them to 154. 19 minutes to go here. Huck now on jamming for the white team, going to get against Devil's Ivy for the blue team. Both teams with just 3 blockers out there. Oh, Huck almost through, but a big hit on turn 2 is going to make Huck cycle back. Great defense there from the blue team as they hit Huck back and cycled them through and forced a cut track penalty. That gives Devil's Ivy a power jam and 4 points on the board for the blue team with 17 minutes to go. Devil's Ivy dialing it in, gets through the inside for 4 more points. 8 points on the board makes it just a 5-point game here with 17 minutes to go. Blue team is back at full strength. Huck mixing it up with a wall of blue blockers as now both teams are at full strength. Huck gets through, picks up 4. Jam is called off. We'll see what the last second points are. It's going to end right now with 12 points for the blue team, 154, 4 points for the white team, 159. But we have a team timeout. $17:01 on the clock as the timeout was called. Just a 5-point game after some impressive jam there from both teams. Again, we couldn't do our roller derby bouts without the amazing sponsors that we have for Wasatch. Beehive Skate Shop is Salt Lake City's inline derby and quad skate shop. Follow them at Beehive Skate Shop for updates on inventory and skating events in the Salt Lake Valley. The Pie Pizzeria, a Valley landmark since 1980, continues to reign atop the best pizza lists because of the business philosophy that consistency, quality, equitable pricing, and great service are the keys to success. White team, all smiles coming out of this timeout. It's going to be Bridget in the white team against Apollo for the blue team. Apollo taking a big hit to the outside, but stays in, but can't do it twice as Valkyrie Vixen hits Apollo to the outside, and they have both cycle way back, almost all the way back to the jammer line. Penalty box empties as Apollo got through the pack, but a cut track penalty called. And because, and we have now Bridget back out on the track and has picked up 4 points for the white team. Bridget coming through, but just comes to a stop again as it hits into Carl of Cthulhu, but finds the way through the pack and picks up 4 points for the white team. Little hippity hop right into the defense, but blue team able to catch back up and makes Bridget take the whole straightaway to get through the pack, but 4 more points for Bridget as Apollo now on the track on a scoring run for the blue team. Remember to buy your raffle tickets. We have 2 Gundams. We have a Hellskate goodie bag that has hat, shirt, book, stickers, etc., as well as pins and an art book, essential oils, and a doTERRA bag, all up for grabs in tonight's raffle. Katzenjammer now up against Huck. It is a 10-point game, 158-168 with 14 minutes on the clock. Katzenjammer jamming for the blue team, but Huck says, "I'll be your Huckleberry," then gets past and forces Katzenjammer to call it off. No points scored that jam. "14 minutes to go, still a 10-point game. White team on top. Valkyrie Vixen now jamming against the Infinite Loop, which would also be a good name for the derby track. Valkyrie Vixen through the inside picks up lead jammer status. A tight pack there coming between turn 1 and 2, keeping Infinite Loop contained. But breaking through on the straightaway, Infinite Loop on a scoring run for the blue team, as Valkyrie Vixen has put 4 points up on the board for the white team. With a tight pack contained there in the middle, Valkyrie Vixen jumps the apex and picks up 4 more points for the white team. 180 to 158. Infinite Loop past the last line of defense glow job and picks up 4 points for the blue team. Right now it was 4 points for Infinite Loop, 16 points for Valkyrie Vixen, 162, 184, and 12 minutes on the clock. Just because time is dwindling down here at this game does not mean there's still not plenty more roller derby action for you to check out. You went to roller derby season opener Mardi Gras bout is February 10th, so make sure you are following them on social media for more information on that. Devil's Ivy jamming for the blue team. Orange Crush jamming for the white team. Orange Crush sends Orange Crush cycling back to the jammer line 2 times. Pack gets spread and Devil's Ivy comes through as lead jammer for the blue team. Amazing skating from Devil's Ivy for 4 more points. As Devil's Ivy calls off the jam. 166, 184, 11 minutes to go. Bridget jamming for the white team, going up against Apollo for the blue team. 11 minutes to go. And an 18-point game. Wow, white team with some aggressive defense there as they bounce Apollo around. Apollo with an amazing return into the track, gets low and gets back on there. But it is Apollo had got through, made it through the pack first, but a cut track penalty assessed means Bridget is lead jammer. With 10 minutes on the clock, this is a great opportunity for the white team to put up a big lead here in the closing minutes of the second half. 4 points already on the board for Bridget. Ruth Slayer Ginsburg denies Bridget's motion to get through the pack and sends her cycling back. Bridget gets through and gets past Thorn to be Wild, picks up 4 points as Apollo gets back out onto the track and starting the scoring run for the blue team. Bridget with 8 points already gets the white team to 192 as they are in striking distance of 200 points. It's 166, 192, 9.5 minutes to go. Blue team at full strength, white team down. A blocker, Cats and Jammer for the blue team. Huck for the white team. Skaters going all over the track. Whistles are blowing. I don't even know what's happening, but it looks like through the carnage, Huck comes out on top. It picks up lead jammer status. Cats and Jammer through for the blue team as well. Blue team calls a timeout with just under 8.5 minutes to go on the clock. It is 166-192. What a game this has been. Thank you, Wasatch, for putting this on. Thank you to all the volunteers who made this possible, our amazing officials, the photographers, medics, all the people manning all the booths here, photographers, and, of course, you, the fans, making this such a wonderful event. You can join Wasatch Junior Roller Derby at the Great Salt Quake next weekend, February 3rd and 4th, for a fun derby-filled weekend. Shortly after that, Wasatch Roller Derby having a fundraiser February 10th at the Chipotle Inn Sugar House from 4 to 8 p.m. Make sure you mark your calendars there and check that out. Blue team amping themselves up in that timeout. We'll see what they can do here with 8.5 minutes to go. They are on the advantage side of a sizable lead with Smacks and Apollo now on the jammer line. White team down a blocker. We'll see if that helps Apollo, and it does. Apollo is your lead. Jammer, 8 minutes on the clock. A star pass now is Taco Del Mar jamming for the white team. Apollo pulling out all the stops, gets through. She's picked up 8 points for the blue team. All right, with 12 points on the board for the blue team, that jam, and 3 for the white. It's 178-195 as Devil's Ivy gets through and picks up lead jammer status for the blue team. A big hit on Orange Crush, but Orange Crush back up and jamming for the white team. Devil's Ivy having to try to get past Bip. Ivy's picked up 4 points. As Orange Crush picks up 4 more points, it is at 199 now for the white team. 182 for the blue. 6 minutes left on the clock. Blue team walls up there at turn 1 to try to contain the Orange Crush. And Devil's Ivy makes the most of it, gets through, picks up 4 points, and calls it off. 186, 199, unless actually 186, 200. A 14-point game with 5.5 minutes on the clock as Valkyrie, Vixen, and Catch the Jammer go to the jammer line and give each other some love. Catch a Jammer through the outside quickly. It was clean, and Catch a Jammer is your lead jammer. Valkyrie Vixen through the pack to start the scoring run for the white team. Cats and Jammer going to call it off, but able after sneaking in 3 more points for the blue team. Valkyrie Vixen put 2 up for the white team, making it 189-203. Bridget now jamming against Apollo. All right, we have some of the winners for the raffle. I'm going to read some of those off here during the timeout. The Strike Freedom Gungam is number 106838. Your prizes are at the table back there, so go get your prizes. Strike Freedom Gungam 106838. And I'll read the rest of those here in just a moment. Apollo against Bridget here. Apollo quickly getting through, picks up lead jammer status. Some amazing skating there from Apollo for the blue team. That is going to be much needed as we are running out of time here with 4 minutes on the clock. Bridget gets offensive and gets through the pack as Apollo gets through for 4 points. It calls off again. The Strike Freedom Gungam raffle ticket is 106838. The Death Scythe is 106648. Remember, your prizes don't come up to me because that's dangerous. There is a table for your prizes back there. So our 2 winners are 106838 and 106648. I'll announce more in the next jam, so keep those tickets out. Cats and Jammer now up against Huck. Huck gets through, picks up lead jammer status. Cats and Jammer with a fancy spin move gets them through the pack. It's a 9-point game, was a 9-point game, but Huck gets through for 4 points and calls it off. doTERRA Oils, your ticket number is 106929. 106929. Again, if your ticket is red, you can go back to the table back there and get your prize. The Evangelion Art Book, 106673. And the Glitz print, real fast, 106678. 106678. Valkyrie Vixen round the outside picks up lead jammer status for the white team as Infinite Loop gets caught up in some defense there, but gets through the Infinite Loop gets called for a cut track and has to go to the penalty box. Gives Valkyrie Vixen 4 points in a power jam with 2 minutes to go on the clock. The Hell's Skate Pack is ticket number Hell's Skate Pack 106847. 106847. Both jammers there in the box. That gets Infinite Loop back out on the track as the defense jockeys for position. It's 193-214, but we have Infinite Loop getting through the pack now to start the scoring run for the blue team. There's still over a minute to play here. Now remember, we've got 1 minute to go, so if you want to see some more points, some hard hits, and some faster skating, the only reward these skaters get is the cheers and adorations from the crowd. So you should make some noise for your favorite skaters. It is 197-218, 4 points for blue, 12 for white. No lead jammer. Jam's going to go the full 2 minutes. Smacks with a hit to Infinite Loop to the outside as Valkyrie makes her way through the pack in the front for 4 more points. Jam ends 201, 205 actually to 222. What an amazing jam for both skaters. 12 points for the blue team, 16 for the white as we have a timeout. So I'm going to read through the ticket numbers again. 106,838. 106,648. 106,929. 106,678. 106,673. 106,847. 205977. If those are any of your tickets, go back to the table there and get your prize. Want to thank all of our amazing volunteers that made this possible, our wonderful officials. We could not have done this without them, and all of you amazing fans coming from wherever you came from to make this bout so fun. Yeah, because of that timeout, we have time for one more jam here. 205 to 218. Thorn to be wild. Jamming for the blue team. Huck jamming for the white team. Thorn to be wild. More like Thorn to be lead jammer. Thorn going to call it off, but was able to sneak in 3 points to do that. All right, unofficial final is 208 to 219. What an amazing game that was. Just coming down to those last minutes. The whistle blows, makes it official. As you can see by the people who this is not their first rodeo, you can get out to that line and come get some high fives from your skaters. Thank you, referees. Thank you, volunteers, everyone who made this possible. We want to thank you for coming out. Thanks everyone for everyone who has honored Glitterz in their own way. Thank you, Wasatch, for putting this on for Glitterz and retiring her number. Give it up tonight for your winners, the white team! What an amazing game. An 11-point game after all of that. Blue team had so many comebacks and great moments, but the white team able to hold on to the W. Make sure you mark your calendars to support Wasatch at their fundraiser February 10th at the Chipotle in Sugar House. Congratulations to all of our raffle winners, and we'll see you back here for Uinta Roller Derby season opener Mardi Gras on February 10th. All right, I'm going to read through the ticket winners one more time just in case. Unless, did everybody pick it up? Do you know? Okay. Okay. All right, just real quick, our raffle winners again, 106-838,
106 648, 106 929, 106 678, 106 673, 106 847, 205 977. Okay. All right, and there's some pizza over by the raffle table. So if you want to get some pizza and hang out and talk about Glitterz or roller derby or whatever on your heart or mind, you can do so over some delicious pizza. Thank you, Wasatch, for doing that. And we make sure you get some pizza if you are hungry. Yeah, happy to whenever I can. I enjoy it, so whenever I can get the opportunity, I really do it.